Hari Om and welcome. Next mantra of Yoga Chudamani Upanishad will be number 40, the Jalandhara Bandha. You're probably familiar with that if you've done practices with me. Let's see what it says here in the crown jewel of yoga. Kritva samputito karu dridhataram badvata padmasanam. Gadham vakashsi sanidya chabukam dhyanam tache shtitam. Varam apana urdvam anilam protyacharayat puritam. Munchan Prana mupaiti bodhamatulam shakti prabhavam narah. And here's a translation, and again I'm just repeating. I'm not reading, actually there's a Sanskrit provided here in this text, but I'm reading the transliteration in English, so it's like a double, probably wrong pronunciation. Translation: sit in Padmasana, crossing the legs with the hands pressed very firmly together with the knees. Press the chin firmly against the chest and meditate on Tat, Brahman, Tat. Again and again, breathe in and breathe out, and rise the apana force to the region of prana, feeling it fully. Region of prana, remember prana here, between belly and the chest, and the throat. In this way, with the help of Shakti, the practitioner acquires infinite knowledge. The Jalandhara Bandha just described actually physically how to do it here. And we go through commentary and then we'll just do a little demonstration. And Jalandhara Bandha usually we practice in my practices. Not often I practice by itself. Often it's part of the Mahabandha, or when we practice just Mula and Jalandhara Bandha. We're kind of adding extra level, blocking the bottom, so the dissipation of energy through there. Essentially, just bringing the chin down, so you're going halfway. You don't have to go all the way, so you don't have to touch the chest. Although I think they do say you have to press the chin firmly against the chest here. The final stage, and when you start practicing, when you're in the meditation, for example, if you do Kriya Yogas, you will find its position how it should be. But it's just enough to, even just a halfway, because some people find it very uncomfortable to do all the way. Even if a halfway, you're already blocking the energetic passage of the energy throughout. And you know, when you lie down with Halasana or legs up, you having inversion, Viparit Karani, you have your natural, the head on the floor and the body going up, so you have Jalandhara and those asanas already created. So there's an image demonstrated, I put it on the screen, and the commentary, the verse describes Jalandhara Bandha as a practice of Kundalini Yoga. Steadiness of the body is essential for inner balance. Therefore, the instructions to sit in Padmasana has given here. When mastered, Padmasana knows the body to remain steady for a long period of time, even when the consciousness become totally absorbed in higher states of meditation. As the body and mind are connected and control each other, steadiness of the body brings steadiness of the mind. This steadiness is the first step towards productive meditation. Padmasana further helps to redirect the flow of apana upward. We talked about this in previous my talks about Padmasana or sitting position. I sit right now in Siddhasana, so just kind of one heel over the other, and I sit on the block. So when I sit in Padmasana, I do have to go off the block, and you bring one leg over the other. And the moment you sit in that, you do feel very stable. So you kind of like don't feel like you can fall down, force back or to the sides. So in the position I'm right now, probably it's the closest steady position I can be in, because my hips support it. So if I go into the deep meditate or particular practice, I'm not going to collapse, or I don't want to round my back, so it's not going to happen. When you have these practices, when you just start in doing yoga, usually this, well, first of all, if you're not comfortable in your body in this position, there'll be restriction and dissipation of energy. So energy going to go through whatever pain position you have, and you're going to keep moving or something, readjusting, or your legs struggling, so it's not as good for practice. So it will always obstruct you from full deepening into practice. But the moment you, if you continue practice, doesn't matter your state of the physical body, you will start opening the channels, and it will itself, the moment you sit, kind of grasp you in this sit. So I have this, when I sit in Padmasana, when I take Padmasana, I straight away have this sensation when my body kind of locked in energetic, like I plugged into, I don't know, when I put, when you put battery in device, you put plus to minus how it's supposed to go, and straight away the device start emit, I don't know, sound or light or whatever. It's your device, it's storage, it's emit the light. So that's how I feel. The moment I take Padmasana, I feel like I'm kind of like in the correct position for all the channels to flow properly and everything align, and I feel this kind of electric psychic lock. Yeah, that's what the bandha is, a psychic lock. So I feel like I'm supported. So I don't have to make sure that I'm not going to fall down or keep my back straight. My back naturally kind of straighten up in this position. I don't know if I'm explaining correctly, but the moment you start experience or practice yoga, you know what I mean. I'm so sure many people have that. And then your practice, whatever you do, just meditate or pranayama, or I'm trying to, as here, for example, invoke some mantra or trying to get into the deeper states, it will be much, much easier. So you might go, when you just start practice yoga, it might take you, I don't know, half an hour, whatever, to get in particular states, or you might not even get there. The moment you have this correct position, you write it down before, it will be much faster next time. Sometimes you can drop into your deeper practices within the minutes. So just a little hint for you here. So let's see what the commentary said further about Jalandhara. So Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock technique described in the mantra, is practiced as follows. And show the picture. Sit in Padmasana with the eyes closed. Inhale and take the awareness down to Muladhara. So you have to drop your awareness towards Muladhara. Inhale, exhale, and inhale slowly. So you're exhaling and drop to Muladhara. Inhale slowly and draw the breath together with the apana force upward through Sushumna to the region of Prana at the chest, feeling it fully. So you're kind of like drawing, it could be felt as you, like an energy rising up, warmth, or you just imagine that you bring in the breath. In the beginning, it's nice to imagine it as a stream of light. I used to imagine this kind of blue neon type of color light. For some time I practice it as a silver light. You can use it as a golden light, and there's a different little bit properties. Silver, more cooler light, golden, more warming, healing light, or the light of the universe, blessing, and you can use whichever suits for you. And then when you rise it up into the chest, just feel, stop your concentration at the area, and it will start filling up. Yeah, like you fill it up the room with the air when you open the door, the window. Yeah. At the end of inhalation, retain the breath inside at the chest, and merge apana with prana, and then apana and the prana merge. So the apana is here around the chest, and apana legs down below the waist, merge together. Yeah. Simultaneously straighten the elbows and press both palms firmly against the knees. Hunch the shoulders upward slightly, so just a little bit bring hands straighten up, pressing slightly into your knees or thighs. Shoulders will naturally go up because the chest down. But you still have straight back, so we're not rounding through the back. The moment you round, the energy current start curving and loose, energetic pulse. So you have to stay straight. Bend the head forward and press the chin tightly against the sternum just below the throat pit. Remain this pose, holding the breath inside for as long as it's comfortable. Be aware of the build-up of energy at the chest, so feel like it's kind of expanding. Then release the chin lock, lower the shoulders and bend the elbows. Rise the head. Exhale slowly, directing the breath and the awareness back down to Muladhara. So you exhaling, so everything descending down towards Muladhara. This is one round. The practice may be repeated for 5 to 10. This version of Jalandhara Bandha has powerful effect on the pranas, nadis, and chakras. It brings about the union of prana and apana, which is important adjunct for the awakening of Kundalini. Energy blockages are released along the Sushumna channel by creating an upward flow of energy. So when you're drawing this energy up, on the way, kind of pushing through, you know, like a river moving through old river channel, and it's just whatever it's on the way, it's picking it up when it's full here of the river and bringing it down towards the sea. So similar. Advanced practitioner may experience tightening of Sushumna at the time. This is psychic manifestation, which indicates an increase of pranic energy. Yeah? Jalandhara is an important technique for purifying and awakening Vishuddha chakra, Vishuddha, so here, throat, that's all around the neck. It also activates kurma nadi, one of the major nadis, terminating just below the throat pit. This nadi gives control over hunger and thirst, allowing the sattva to remain immersed in meditative state for a long duration of time. And you see how smart everything. So you're pressing, controlling, activate this point which stop your desire to go and eat or whatever it is. Everything that stops us from the practice. The mantra further states that by performing the Jalandhara Bandha in this way, the practitioner will acquire infinite knowledge with the help of Shakti. By rising the prana and establishing it in the higher center, the bondage of Maya is gradually overcome. One is ultimately able to experience the ever-expanding consciousness. So this Maya, the Maya is, you know, is this curtain, Maya, curtain of this illusion that created around us. So basically everything we experience here right now, it's the Maya. They call it Matrix in Matrix movies. If you watch the movie Matrix, remember they have this reality which people don't know, and they all live in this virtual reality where the Neo actually met disciplines, and he was living this life. He was thinking he's going to work, he was thinking he's going to his house, club, but it was all in his mind, so it was a Maya illusion. Yeah. And the moment it dropped, you could see the gray, whatever was his futuristic city reality. So that's happening with us. But for us, it's not that our Maya, like my house, everything is just this illusion. It actually does exist here, but my understanding of it, how I see it and perceive it, burdened by this curtain of Maya. And that, because I do, you know, see the colors, what is good, what is bad, what is, you know, all these things which imprinted in our mind. So the Maya gonna drop and you start seeing things for what they are. Yep. What is the point of the existence? And you start understanding what the point of existence of you. And the simple practice of Jalandhara Bandha can give you that. So let's take the Padmasana. So I'll take my Padmasana here, and you see straight away I feel like I feel more comfortable. I can kind of sustain it more for longer. Yes, because what's happening right now is straight away my apana, the flow of the energy down the legs, blocked in reverse, and the energy is rushing up through. So I take my hands here, shoulders roll down and extend through the crown. As you take inhale, exhale. After your exhale, drop the energy towards Muladhara. Eyes closed. Bring the chin down. You'll press. You will straighten the knee, the elbows. You will inhale. You draw it all towards the chest, and you will hold the breath in here around your chest. How it's feeling. Feel how it's feeling up. Pressing with the straight arms, shoulders a little bit up, chin down, and you will hold your Jalandhara. And that moment you will kind of feel, imagine how your prana and apana join, how your Shakti become activated. And then we need to release. You will need to exhale, bring the head first up, lowering the shoulders, arms, and feel like everything dropping down from the chest towards Muladhara. It's nice to always take inhale, exhale in between, just to kind of reset yourself, and do it again. At the first stage, you will maybe not so much feel this energy rising up, getting here, drawing, going down. So try to feel it in the body and kind of mentally try to move like a air or a prana there, and imagine it's happening. That's how you start, and then it will start actually physically start happening to you. And also, you notice I always join my first, second finger, so another way to stop my energy dissipate, losing through my fingers. Similar, I keep my back straight as much as I can. Sometimes it's a little bit like, see, I have long arms, not so much big distance, so I feel like a little bit not enough space. Sometimes you can even bring the hands on the floor if you have particular this different proportions. But it's nicer to have contact with the body, because everything you touch, so that's why I would never practice against the wall, will the point where you will lose your energy. I hope practice will help you to find your Shakti and awaken your Kundalini. Hari Om.